Yo, good afternoon. You're talking to Kosnat and Bofu, and I'm about to gauge you guys into my experiential learning journey, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get straight to it. Introduction. I'm going to first explain to you what is experiential learning. Experiential learning is an educational approach that emphasizes learning through direct experience and reflection on that experience. Instead of traditional classroom instruction, where students passively receive information, experiential learning encourages active engagement, participation, and hands-on experiences. As you guys have heard that experiential learning on my understanding, it's about experience, meaning that whatever it's about direct communication and actual understanding in terms of the industry or rather internship that you're going to be engaging to. So what happens is it's a lesson or subject that kind of teaches you to be ready into the industry and take it into consideration that it is what's meant for you, that is needed in the industry or rather the workplace that you're going to be in. So for interviews, so how to sustain the workplace, how to communicate with your fellow colleagues is what experiential is, which learning is. So the key principles of this experiential learning thing that I've considered that they are four is concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. But the one major one that caught my attention was active experimentation, which is based on the reflections and understanding learners apply their new knowledge and insights into the future situations, completing the learning cycle. So what it takes about the reflections and understanding of how to apply knowledge into the future situations. So what happens is in the industry, you learn a lot to a point that the knowledge that you have, it's now time to apply it. So which is called active experimentation, being active in the workplace is one major key that companies do refer to. As a TV student, I've taken that communication is one major key. So that's one knowledge that I've taken into consideration, and I'm grateful for that. To end it off, Experiential has a few things that it includes, or rather various forms, which includes the internships, fieldwork, case studies, and simulations, and project-based learning on hands-on activities. As I've stated before, that hands-on activities is one major key. So it's gonna include a lot of internship, case studies in workplaces that you guys could apply and learn from experiential learning. So moving on to my personal experience, what I've found most intriguing with the real world scenarios we've delved into mirroring challenges we might encounter in our future careers. This activity has not only sparked my interest but also inspired a deep understanding of the practical applications and of the theories we've studied throughout the academic journey. Moving on. So why is experiential so crucial, and especially in the final years of our one's education? Me, to answer the question personally, experiential learning is benefit, especially at the end of the year, because that's where you know that after this, it's just going to face the real world of the future. So what happens is, whatever you've taken in throughout the years, if you've studied for 7 years or 3 years, it's now dived into one moment that you have to study so much that the internship or the workplace is now ready for you to have an active, steady moment to be ready for the industry. So I think it really makes sense to be as a final year subject for you to understand how important it is to apply what you've learned throughout your academic journey and apply it into an impending internship phase or rather a workplace. Moving on. As a student, this module wasn't just about acquiring knowledge, it was a holistic preparation for the professional world, as I stated. The skills developed, such as problem solving, critical thinking, effective communication, which was one element I had stated on in terms of when you get to the workplace, if a direct communication, effective communication, and critical thinking is one. Those are the major elements, the basis of experiential learning to kind of gauge you into. For example, interviews are one example that can use that there's three elements could be applied and could work and could possibly be beneficial to companies. So as available internship, the confidence gained from the hands-on experiences in the work in my classroom translated seamlessly into the workplace. Moving on, how other educational institutions could incorporate experiential learning into their courses? Now, let's talk about how other educational institutions can incorporate spatial learning into the courses. Research suggests that integrating real-world projects, internship, and industry collaborations into curricula enhances students' employability and overall satisfaction with their education. A structured framework that combines theoretical knowledge with practical applications and bridge the gap between academia and the industry requirements. Moving on. So let me just go back for a bit, just emphasize on what's happening. So what I've been stating all along, right? So it's just thinking about integrating real world projects, right? So what happens is it needs like a structured framework that combines theoretical knowledge and practical application. So there's going to be theory and practical. So meaning theory is more like case studies where you have to kind of understand it to apply it. Meaning, if you can understand the theoretical knowledge about it, you can use the practical knowledge to apply it. Meaning, it's a difference between having to understand and applying. So, as we take it a practical approach about it, is we need to take it into, if we to an example, if I was given a script right now to write about load shedding, so load shedding is what I need to understand further. So I'd have to break down into it and focuses on SCOM and whatever element that comes with load shedding. Then if it's do a practical knowledge, it would probably be me having to now adapt it into a practical manner, which I'll have to go shoot and have it a movie and make a movie or rather something to tell a story, an element, a type of content to tell a story. So moving on. So now, to deliberate ways and the costs and benefits whether businesses and organizations should supplement or perhaps even replace their interview processes with a short internship phase before committing to apply new candidates. So on my personal side, I wrote about moving on to the corporate world. Should businesses supplement or even replace the traditional interview processes with short internship phases? It's a question worth pounding. While interviews provide insights into a candidate's theoretical knowledge, and the internship phase offers a glimpse into their practical skills, work ethic, and adaptable in real-world setting. The benefits of this approach include a more accurate assessment of a candidate's capabilities and the potential for smoother transition into the role. Meaning, the benefits of this approach should just include a more accurate assessment, not you having to go a lot to an interview or whatever that's taken so much. But I think it needs to be very approachable and very simple for interns to understand further. Moving on to end it off. However, there are also considerations such as the time and resources required for such programs. Striking a balance between traditional hiring process and experiential assessment might be the key to finding more effective and efficient recruitment strategies. So I'm not disagreeing or agreeing, but I am agreeing that traditional hiring processes and experiential assessments might be the key, meaning to combine the two might be the only way for companies or rather businesses and organizations to implement it, that it could be the way to an efficient recruitment strategy in interviews. And moving on about to King, it's my conclusion. In conclusion, experiential learning is not it's just it's not just a buzzword. It's a transformative approach that can significantly impact students' educational journey and prepare them for a professional world. As we explore this topic further upcoming episodes, I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in my comments below. Make sure you just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for subscribing to my page. I hope you until next time keep learning and growing. It is Nkosnatin Bofu. Thank you so much.